Welcome to the Master Cars Pro channel. Today we'll talk about the problems and weaknesses of Nissan Pulsar. For a number of years, Nissan had been taking the SUV market by storm, but had nothing to offer to challenge the likes of the Ford Focus, Vauxhall Astra and Volkswagen Golf. This allowed rivals such as Kia and Hyundai to slot themselves into one of the biggest car segments there is. So Nissan had to respond, and the Pulsar was the result. Nissan aims the Pulsar at new car buyers looking for value, so it undercuts established rivals on price and equips most models with a number of high-tech safety features. This is good news for used car buyers because you're able to find premium car levels of safety technology for similar money to a Kia Ceed and Hyundai i30. There are three engine choices in the Pulsar: the 114 bhp, the 1.2 DIGT turbocharged petrol, the 187 bhp, 1.6 DIGT petrol, and the 109 bhp, 1.5 DCI diesel. The 1.5 diesel is a little gruff and noisy when accelerating, but quietens down at a cruise, while the 1.2 petrol is flexible and the 1.6 petrol is fairly nippy. The 1.6 also gets slightly sharper steering and altered suspension to make it better to drive, although those changes don't make a huge amount of difference. On the whole, the Pulsar is more for those who want an easy to drive a vehicle that's relatively hushed. It isn't particularly engaging to drive, and it has some foibles. It could do with more feel around the clutch pedal's biting point, and while the steering is light around town, it doesn't build in weight progressively at higher speeds, and therefore takes some getting used to. There's at least a decent amount of grip, and the handling is predictable even if you go into a corner too quickly. It's a case of durability rather than premium quality, and in the Pulsar, some of the plastics aren't great to the touch. Touch screen infotainment system isn't standard on some of the more basic models, but there are plenty of chunky buttons, so the dashboard is easy to operate. There is plenty of adjustment in the steering wheel and the seats in the front, but they don't come with lumbar support and can be uncomfortable for some drivers on longer journeys. Rear passengers have plenty of room to stretch their legs, and the small central tunnel means there's sufficient foot-room for 3 people abreast. The boot is an impressive size for a car of this type, beating the Golfs and Focus for volume, but it doesn't have a variable height floor, and there's an annoying low lip to deal with. There's also a hump in the extended floor when the rear seats are folded down. Most versions of the Pulsar are relatively cheap to run, particularly the 1.5 diesel, which nips into the free road tax band and gets an official average of 78.5 mpg, among the best in the class. The 1.2 petrol is also good for running costs with a 56.5 mpg average and 30 pounds annual road tax. The 1.6 petrol isn't quite so good at 49.6 mpg and 140 pounds road tax, but then it's a fair bit faster. If you buy a Pulsar that was registered after 1st April 2017, it'll be charged under different criteria, with all models incurring the 140 pounds flat rate. Insurance is, in most cases, a little lower than it is for rivals, thanks to most models getting low-speed automatic emergency braking as standard. Nissan's fixed price servicing scheme is available for any of the brand's vehicles, regardless of age. This also extends to the cost of individual repairs, such as new brake discs and pads. You can find all the prices on Nissan's website. Having your Pulsar serviced by a Nissan dealer means you also get the benefit of the 1 year's worth of European breakdown cover included in the price. The Pulsar has cheap plastics inside that might not hide scratches and marks that well. Make sure the alloy wheels don't have big chunks taken out of them. This will be inexpensive to repair and could be hiding other suspension and wheel alignment problems that'll affect tire wear and handling. Make sure the car's bumpers and bodywork aren't dented or scratched because these will be also costly to repair. You'll also want to make sure that the air conditioning works properly, even if the seller suggests that it only requires a simple regas. This is because Nissan uses a more environmentally friendly refrigerant gas, and filling the system with this is actually quite expensive. There have been a couple of recall campaigns issued since the start of Pulsar production. The first was for vehicles built between 22/05/2014 and 21/12/2015 that came equipped with an automatic headlights self-leveling system. This might not function correctly when the vehicle is fully laden and could potentially bother oncoming traffic at night. The second related to the rear oxygen sensor on cars built between 10/04/2015 and 07/06/2016. Many will have already had the work carried out, but it's prudent to check if it has, either online or at a Nissan dealership. Sadly not. The Pulsar finished in last position family car. In our latest reliability survey, owners complained of a number of non-engine electrics, and there were plenty of issues surrounding the air conditioning system. The Nissan as a brand came 29th out of 32 other car manufacturers, a poor result. The 1.6 DIGT petrol is rather fast, but it's much more expensive to run than the other engines. The 1.5 DCI diesel is very economical and has good mid-range pull, but it's the 1.2 DIGT petrol that is best suited to the Pulsar since it's flexible, quite nippy, and still offers good fuel economy. Air conditioning, cruise control, and Bluetooth are standard, but we suggest going for mid-range Santa trim, which gets you dual zone climate control, automatic emergency braking, keyless start, and automatic lights and wipers. Further up the range, you get some neat features such as a 360-degree camera. But the infotainment touchscreens isn't the best on the market, and it's rather small, so you might as well save your money. The Pulsar seems like good value, but you might want to look into rivals such as the Hyundai i30 and Kia Ceed, which are often just as well equipped and come with long warranty periods to back up their quality claims. The Kia Ceed has a 7-year warranty, which is exceptionally long. It won't cover all issues, particularly in the later years, but it's good to have that additional support. The Ceed is relaxing rather than exciting to drive, but it's spacious and its diesel engines are particularly economical. The Hyundai i30 has a slightly shorter warranty than the Ceed at 5 years, but that's still 2 years longer than the Pulsars. The diesels offer similar economy to those in the Ceed, and the petrols are equally hushed. Well, if you are the owner of this car, then please describe the problems that you had to face during the operation of the car. Perhaps it is your feedback that'll help viewers when choosing a car. That's it for today. Thanks everyone for attention. It isn't much work for you to subscribe to the channel. See you soon.